We're on beautiful Lake Como, the town of Cernobbio. This town is home to the Villa d'Este Hotel. We're going to see the Concorso de Eleganza. Villa d'Este. It's a marvelous place. I am here a little early, however, this may be one of the Concours cars. Regardless, it fits right here at the Villa d'Este. Incredibly elegant. Now, some of the fun about getting here early is waiting for the surprises to come out. Now, while we're waiting, oh, what contrast. Incredibly gorgeous Ferrari. The colors, spectacular. It's a long wheelbase Ferrari, California. Sounds fantastic. And away it goes for the show. Now, there's no better time than the morning to go out for a drive in a nice car. There's also a little classicism on the lake as well. Now here's an interesting arrival. Delage. Oh! Fantastic! Beautiful! At one Pebble Beach 2 years ago. It is one gorgeous piece of machinery. No better definition than classic. Very, very large, beautiful Rolls Royce just arrived. Very fitting for the Villa d'Este. In the days before the Concours, there are numerous photo opportunities, and here's one. This is quite a car. A very, very rare Rolls Royce. Another photo shoot. Now the look at the moment is with the doors open. Regardless, it looks wonderful against the Villa d'Este Annex Hotel. Alfa Romeo. Oh, is it glistening in the sun? Now this is only Wednesday. Some of these cars are showing up very early. 1934. Alfa Romeo. Now you have a scene like the Alfa Romeo, and then you have Rolls Royce going into the garage. Very carefully. All of a sudden this afternoon, we got a bunch of cars arriving. This is for protection of the wheels. This Aston Martin just came in. Here's something they use to tie the car down with it, fit on the wheels. They come off for the Concours, but they came in sounding like the car had chains hanging from it. Late in the afternoon, a truck like this shows up, so let's find out what was inside, besides that last Ferrari we saw. Love that sound wherever it is. Got a 1952 California license plate on it. So we're going to make an assumption that it is a 1952 Vignale Ferrari. This is sort of the new world. passing the old world. Well, you have a red truck. At least one of the cars is red. This is an Auto Vu. Fiat V8. And it was in the Mille Miglia. Look at the number on it. You can see that. It sounds so fresh. I think we see right here the definition of red. And how's this will line up in the afternoon? Just for a moment, let's go back to this Alfa Romeo. What makes it really incredibly rare, it has a Fagoni body, which is a French design. All right, that takes the temporary knockoff off, and the regular. And see the care it takes to keep the chrome from coming off. And that's a knockoff wheel for you. Waiting for the cars, some more cars to arrive. Water taxis arrived. The ferry boats are out. So far, no cars on this Thursday. BMW sponsors this event, and there'll be a lot of them here, but here is just one gorgeous classic. They produce so very few of these. Well, if the cars won't come, although there's a trailer in the back there, let the buses come. This is an old Setra. Fantastic. It says old timer on the side, and I believe it. And the gentleman says in the trailer in the back there's a vehicle called an RAF. Never heard of it. Villa d'Este is one marvelous place. This water comes from a waterfall way up there and a monument. Now I said there would be cars. Well, here's a nice one right here. Mercedes-Benz. Yes. As they say, let there be cars. And that is a winner. Obviously 8-cylinder. You can tell by the sound. Marvelous.
Hello.
Hello. I'm wonderful. The car is great. Ah, Villa d'Este. Next. Wow, what's going to be in this one? What I believe we're going to get is a prototype. And that's another feature of this show, are the more current cutting-edge cars that have been in the auto shows. Well, there it is. From the black shroud to this, look at this prototype. Oh. So what makes this show so good is the contrast between, remember the Mercedes a little while ago? Well, look at this. Unbelievable. This is absolutely shocking. It's from Renault. And a little squeeze in. Doors. I've seen the future. Some kind of a hybrid because it just makes no noise whatsoever. Obviously electric. There it goes. And now, after all that, can you take another sensational car? Now, who says the doors in that prototype were far in advanced? No, it's not a prototype. He just is letting it roll out on its own. Strdele. An absolutely sensational car. This car is just plain sweet. I mentioned the door being modern. Look at this. The glass area alone is interesting. From every angle, this car is a winner. I think we're going to hear it run. Yeah, we did hear it start up, didn't we? Oh, would I like to have that Strdele parked next to this one here. Talk about an age difference, but such a similarity. A lot of attention. And now look at the similarity. Ages apart. And can you imagine, this is only Thursday. Show starts on Saturday. Reflections. Steve is going to make an inspection of this car. It's an absolute work of art. Beautiful. V8. Well, silently, that one just rolls away. We're at Villa d'Este, right? Here is a Villa d'Este Alfa Romeo. Seata that just arrived. One more look at the engine in this Alfa Romeo. Seata. Boy, the afternoon is really opening up now. GT40. Strdele. Imagine a GT40 coming in here and this little V8. Incredible. It's coming at you. Alfa Romeo. That's the one with the Pagani body on it. As I mentioned, Friday there's usually a buildup of cars, but this Thursday is getting sort of like it. Makes it a lot of fun. One almost needs a filter for their lens. It's so bright. That white is blinding. Spectacular. Remember yesterday afternoon when I had that lineup of cars? Well, look what's happening this afternoon. This Delage engine is like the car, clean, 8-cylinder inline. Unbelievable. Well, out for inspection, I'm sure it's passed. The 1934 Alfa Romeo engine. Yes, this is a major part of the Concorso, is looking at the cars inside and out. Seata is next. Now here is in that Seata is that Fiat V8 Autovu. Seattle runs as good as it looks. This Hispano Suiza just drove in. The competition is getting stiffer by the hour. And we have Friday to go because it's getting a little late in the afternoon here now. Hispano Suiza. We have another Fiat 8V. Alright, this is that Mercedes we saw earlier unloaded. 540K. There is the Villa d'Este Alfa Romeo. So appropriate to see the Villa d'Este Alfa Romeo here at the Villa d'Este. This car's in the event as well. Nice Ferrari. Seattle. Reflections. Look at the color scheme on this Ferrari. It's sensational. Very significant lettering on the back of this trunk. Has something to do with the racing. And we just had an Aston Martin enter. Zagato. Triple bubble. A work of art. They just opened the hood on this two-tone Ferrari and a single carburetor. What a shock. And we got another Ferrari. Long-hooded Europa model. Ferraris everywhere. Color is just sensational. Boy, listen to that engine. Whoa. Here's that Zagato Aston Martin. Look at the engine and then the hood. Now here is that Aston Martin. Zagato. Now we're going to look at this Ferrari, but it's not a Europa, it's an America. Here are 3 carburetors. What a difference in size. This is a 340. Enormous difference in size. Boy, does that engine sound strong. What a difference the engine size makes. 340 America. Another Ferrari. What a car. Getting late in the afternoon and another wonderful car showed up. Talbot. Quite an unusual car. There's that famous name on the engine. One of the features of the Talbots are those front opening doors. Quite interesting. Quite a car. Very, very interesting engine. Here's this Talbot.
Dominique is down there.
Well, it's Friday morning, and one of the things they've added this year is a major auction. The auction is by RM, and it's here at Villa Erbe. It's quite a significant selection of cars. And as I've said before, an auction is another concourse. There's a selection of prototype cars from the Bertoni Museum. Delahaye. It's a Jaguar and Bugatti. Cadillac V16 in the background. And a wonderful Mercedes Benz. And as we go down the line, you have a Rolls Royce and a Delahaye. So far, quite a lineup. Now this Talbot Lago is the lead car in this auction. Used in all the advertising. Beautiful car. Bertoni. This has a mysterious look to it. This is a Lamborghini. Corvair. This happens to be the other side of equally significant cars. Ferrari. Bizzarrini. It's going to be very busy here this afternoon. The previews. Alfa Romeo. BMW 507 and Alfa Romeo TZ. Ferrari. You get Ford GT40, an open car, most all over the otherwise. And Ferrari, and here's another Pininfarina Ferrari. Aston Martin and the Mexican Road Race Ferrari. So that is the preview right now of the cars to be auctioned here on Saturday afternoon. This is Friday. Well, back to the hotel for the arrival of the rest of the cars today. This is that P3, P4 retro that was made a few years ago. Now they have it all made in carbon fiber. All carbon fiber. And that is something a little more tame. Daft. We just got a glimpse of this car coming in. It's a Micheletti design.
Yes, it is.
Daft. We'll leave it to Micheletti to do something significant. BMW is getting its display in order here. Some of the fun in the morning. Jaguar XKSS. Rolls-Royce hybrid plug-in. I just opened the hood and boy, is this a shock. Excuse the electrical pun, but isn't this unique? Very, very unique. We just have to show this one more time. This is significant. Okay, here's the Ferrari. Rolls-Royce silently coming in here this morning. And we have new Rolls-Royces. And we're going to have something proven to us by this prototype. The sedans don't have to be boring. Getting rid of the concept that our sedans are boring, and here it is, an Infiniti prototype. It's a hybrid. Although you can hear a motor running. Boy, some interesting window treatments. Very striking. Interesting glass treatment. Well, I think you'll agree. This sedan is pretty exciting. Yeah, here we go. Now here's an Italian scene for you. Alfa Romeo. Let's have more of that Italian romance right here. Perfection. Here's another Italian scene. Kind of a nice picture in front of this building here at Villa d'Este. Whoa! This Abarth just cruised in. Even. It's the engine of the Fiat Abarth. Here's the other side of this exciting car. What an exciting car in all respects. Great. I like this turn. I frankly don't know if I'm ready for all this excitement. This is just staggeringly good. Well, I'm hoping they'll start it. But if not, we're just going to see it pushed. Look at this under the trees. There's a Ferrari. Here's an Alfa. A fantastic atmosphere. Oh, here's another Abarth. Back to my favorite turn. We forget about the lake. Look what's going on out here today. Those are called J-Craft. They look like Rivas out of the hotel. This Ferrari prototype is all opened up now. Very old Porsche. Now look what they just rolled out. Seata. And one of my all-time favorite cars. How can you resist this atmosphere? Alfa Romeo. Type 57 Bugatti just arrived. Now here's an E-Type Jaguar, and they're celebrating its anniversary this year. I think 50th. I believe this is the prototype. Yeah, the E-Type is quite a deal. And the Bugatti's getting into position for FIFA inspection. And here now is a classic, because the new one is replacing it, the McLaren. Porsche just passed FIFA. Very classic in its own right. Once again, here's the auction display site. and they're bright sun. Some very significant cars are going to be sold here at this auction. Including this Mercedes and this Tabalago. It's a dazzling display and a fantastic park site. Bill Erbe. Here's another prototype, Audi. Audi prototype. This XM100 Jaguar looks very original. Shortly we're going to see this car in the sun. It's an original Talbot.
Like the original gonna be on.
All right, here is this original. And this is getting more popular in Concorso these years to see cars that are in original condition. Talbot, fantastic. We'll see it later. This Lamborghini just arrived, and boy is it perfect. You know, once in a while you just have to take a little relief. And it's not a bad place. Lake Como on an Friday afternoon. And there's so much going on out here on Friday afternoon. This is Zagato's car this year. This is an Aston Martin. Just rolled out. This will be in the prototypes. Zagato. Lots of vents and openings. Now here's a custom Ferrari, a 599 custom, private customer. And getting more of these private customers having custom bodies built. Of course, here's the way to cruise around this area, Villa d'Este. Some quiet luxury here at Villa d'Este. Get ready for this. It's a 12-cylinder birdcage. Love it. And this is that birdcage. They speak of birdcage. Look at this. I don't know where you put the battery. This is that car that just powered down the driveway a minute ago. The most random looking interior, but it has all sence behind it. Look at the door, it's just like a little piece of paper. Now here's the engine bay, tucked very tightly in there. Again, the birdcage concept, 12-cylinder, incredible.
No, I do.
Oh, okay. He has everything. Okay.
What a scene. It's a Bugatti. This just arrived. It's an Italian-bodied Rolls Royce. Pininfarina. That's quite a car. Oh, one of my favorite cars here. I like them all. If you look at the rear plastic, it comes down, then swings up a little and gives it a flare on the end, sort of a wing. All right, here's that Pininfarina design Rolls Royce. We're down on the lake's edge looking at this Ferrari P3, P4 carbon fiber. This actually just finished a race at Nürburgring, so you know, it's a work in progress.
Finished last weekend.
That's
You finished, huh?
the Nürburgring 6 hour.
And then at the end of June we have the
After all that, you have to enjoy a little bit of the Villa d'Este's quiet. Well, all that noise and skidding and everything is up here for a quiet photo shoot. Yeah, what a subject matter. You just can't help but take this place in. Or some atmosphere like this. Villa d'Este. I think it means the best. Or maybe it should be called Villa de Beste. Well, we know that BMW sponsors the event and they build Rolls Royce. And here's a classic one right here on the lawn. Yeah, it is the best. The Villa d'Este Alfa Romeo. Bertoni Alfa Romeo. This Alfa Romeo is just sensational. I hope you remember yesterday, we talked about a car called an RAF. Well, here it is, finally.
Eichenberger Automobilfabrik.
Say that again, please, louder.
Eichenberger Automobilfabrik.
Thank you.
Not at all.
And this is that Friday afternoon scene when the cars start showing up. This one's already been here though. Bertoni Alfa Romeo. Behind it is another Alfa Romeo. Jaguar. God, this show is loaded with fabulous cars. All the rivets and all that. Fabulous look. We're back to this Talbot Grand Sport. A magnificent car. Well, the Lago, it's fantastic.
There's a little one here on the front.
Next for Biba, Jaguar. As they say, they opened the bonnet, and this is what we get. Pretty spectacular. This car is just filled with the racing nuances. Lightweight windows, fairings, rivets, the whole thing. It's just neat. Let's just take another look at this gorgeous racing car. That's honest Jaguar there, boy. Villa d'Este, Alfa Romeo. Let's pass it through. Yeah, here comes the Citroen. All right, here's the Rolls-Royce Hybrid. Tucked up in one of the side streets here, a couple little sports cars. That Lotus, this is an Ortega. It's colorful at least. I don't know if they're in the show or what. If so, they'd be prototypes, or this one here. Late in the afternoon, here's some activity out in the lake you might be interested in. Skulls. Then, of course, there's luxury. What a place. Photo shoot. Fabulous car. It's an Alfa Romeo. Oh, these are latecomers. They're great cars though. Alfa Romeo. Bright and early Saturday morning. Time for the big show. It's Ferrari time this morning. Perfect place. Excuse the shadow. Smell Suiza. Wow. I haven't seen this one. New to our gathering. Interesting car. Mercedes. I'd say we're amongst some pretty fine equipment. Still needing polish. Alvalaga. Incredible car, as is condition. Not bad company. Looks like they're gonna gather the Fiat V8s together. This is a glass. Rolls Royce. Jaguar. Jaguar. Historic design. Another auto vu is Albarth. Finally got it in place. Alfa Romeo. Here's this DAF and the Viechles body. Elbow. This is unbelievable. This is a Concorso di Eleganza Villa d'Este. A little quiet in the morning.
Ja, der muss ja stumm
Rolls
sein, oder?
Royce.
Das ist wohl hinten rum dran.
Interesting color on this Rolls Royce. It may not show, but it's almost a lilac, black lilac. Here's my fast car. Bugatti. Boy, just that 8-cylinder engine. Boy, that thing really runs well. It's like landing a ship. Pininfarina designed Rolls Royce. Going convertible, 300 SL. It's a nice grouping. Let's look at this panorama one more time before the crowds get here.
Yeah, we're good.
It's very impressive. There are a number of nice panoramas here this morning. Aston Martin Zagato. Late arriver on here. What? Alfa Romeo. Wow. Listen to that supercharger. God, what a fabulous car. Alfa Romeo. Wow, what a car. Adding to a very impressive lineup. Siata, another Fiat V8 powered car. Very, very nice car. Rolls Royce. Here's this Delage we didn't pick up yesterday. Fabulous car. Double logo here. So many interesting shapes. These French cars are just dramatic. Quite a car. Now watch the doors open. This is that characteristic look to the Talbot logo. Oh, here's an impressive lineup. GT40. Abarth Fiat and Alfa Romeo. What an exciting place to be. Some of the best cars, one of the best locations. I just have to do this one more time. This is so indicative of this event. Alfa Romeo, running very nice. One must remind themselves they're on beautiful Lake Como. This kind of gives you an overview. We're looking toward the major hotel, standing at the annex. Beautiful day on Lake Como. What an entry, huh? One more look. This is so intriguing. This car is built from these little tubes, and that's how it got its name, the bird cage. Here's how you access this 12-cylinder engine very carefully. 3-liter V12. Incredible. We're now in the prototype area, standing in marked contrast with all the classics on the other side of the hotel. Here is BMW's newest car with carbon fiber all over. Let's look at this again. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Would you say this is poetry in carbon fiber? Let's get inside. Spectacular. This is just remarkable. We have other prototypes a little tamer in stature. Now, BMW is mini as well, so here's the new Rocket Man. Now here's an interesting door opening. Notice the way it hinges and then opens. There it's closing. And the Rocket Man has some really interesting taillights on it. Look like handles. Let's jump to the Renault now. Hybrid. Very striking. Very unusual interior. We're back at the Rocket Man again. Interesting rear opening here. Very unique. Almost like a drawer. A drawer and a door. Of course, it's got a glass ceiling in it too. With the door up. Now this is off the wall. This is the Rin Speed proposal this year. All kinds of innovative ideas. Those are speakers in the back there, but they have another, way of producing sound. Of course, the blue tires are nice too. You've got the Ferrari back there, and you got this Renault. Another expression of carbon fiber, this Ferrari. This is Zagato. The carbon fiber expression again. Back to Renault again. Mercedes, an Audi Quattro. And this is a Ferrari 599 that was changed altogether. The GGRO name And Design Center was purchased by Volkswagen, and here maybe is one of their first results. It's a Volkswagen. I gotta say minivan, but we're gonna find out more about it. Interesting door openings and things of that sort. Very elegant. Ah, look at this, door closed. Nice, tight seal. It's gonna make it a little help, Nice. Here's the drama. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? Need a minivan like that. There we go. Perfect. Very nice. So we're gonna go for a short little ride. All right, we're gonna board here. A little different view of the old hotel.
The white thing.
Spectacular. Lake Como. And there's the roadway where the cars come in. There's that little house that's there. And the entrance. And there's the other J-Craft. That's where we're in, is a J-Craft. Made in Sweden. Fabulous. Now that's the town of Chernobyl, the home of Villa d'Este. And then this is Villa Erbe. And this is where the event takes place on Sunday. It's also been in a number of movies like Ocean's 11. And the concourse is going on and we're about ready to dock. Back in dry land again. Time to look at some engines. Delage. Another Delage engine. Very hard to see. Alfa Romeo. Take a close look at this Bugatti engine. Rolls-Royce. Do they really need all those tools? Probably so. Here are the judges that work here. There's Lord March, Winston Goodfellow, and judges doing their work. Love it. I'm serious about this. This is so fantastic. And the day winds on. A little local color. California Ferrari and a Maserati. It has us a matching outfit for the car. No matter what angle, it's elegant. I think it's warm. Boy, it's very warm. I think I need another boat ride. This Rolls-Royce is called the Melbourne Ghost. It was sold in 1912 to a person in Melbourne, Australia. Marvelous car. judges working hard. Yeah, tough judging this. Cars. New definition of shiny. It's quite a place. Continuous dazzle. We're back to the prototypes now. Here's that Infinity. Nice and roomy, quite an effect. This is a Renault concept. Prototype, hybrid. Let's pick up on the concept. The right door hinges from the rear. The left door hinges from the front. Interesting. Very, very impressive. Very interesting. Back to the BMW carbon fiber model. Note the leather work here and then the straps. 328 homage.
All dressed up like that.
Now we have a little lunch. Grazie.
Because the car is pretty hot inside. The guys like that, you know, dressed up
And the atmosphere
every time.
continues.
We get to see some of our
Well, the atmosphere on the lake is looking good. Well, it's getting close to the cars passing in review, and here are the trophies and awards given.
I hope you enjoy the weather today, the new May date, as Jean-Marc Trudez put it yesterday. You can smell the jasmine, the roses are in bloom, and we have today, I think, but you'll be the judges of that, the best selection of classic cars that has ever been gathered here, or perhaps in Europe, ever before. Now, very shortly, sorry Mr. Goodwood, Villa d'Este is after all a concours d'élégance, with the emphasis very much therefore on design. Now the head of the jury, familiar to many of you, he's been presiding over the jury for a number of years. On his right, Lord Charles March, the founder of the Goodwood Festival of Speed and the Goodwood Revival, probably the greatest historic motorsport event in the world. Hideo Kodama from Japan, car stylist and critic. Patrick Lequemont, well known for his many years as the head of design at Renault and now an independent designer. Harm Lagaay, of course, a face familiar to many of you, new with us this year. For many years the head of Porsche and also an ex-BMW man, I believe. Winston Goodfellow always starts a sentence with "Hey dude," so it won't surprise you he comes from California, where he specializes in Italian sports cars. And Robert Cumberford, also from the States, designer and design critic and the author of a number of great classic sports cars. The secretary of the jury here, standing at the lectern, Carlo Otto Brambilla, another Italian car expert and connoisseur. Carlo Otto, good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Now, as we've said, this afternoon we will start off with the historic cars. Those of you who've been here before will be familiar with the process. We'll award a number of prizes. Best of show, of course, will be awarded tomorrow evening at the gala dinner. President and CEO of Villa d'Este. I've said it before, but they don't like me saying it, but these two gentlemen have to have probably the best jobs in the world. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon, Carl. And look at that. Wonderful. That's absolutely perfect, thank you very much. La prima vettura della nostra sfilata di oggi, la Rolls-Royce Phantom 2 Town Car.
The selecting committee, let's say, president or head. But
In fact, of the 8 classes that we have this year, 6 of them are post-war. Hendrix,
Most
la
elegant
Stella,
Rolls-Royce.
Mad Men, la serie televisiva. The D8 was the flagship of the Delage marque. Delage, incidentally, founded in 1905 by Louis Delage. Motor manufacturers started for the first time to take an interest in aerodynamics, leaving aside, of course, that the car has a radiator the shape of a London bus.
Simon,
Good to see you.
mentre
Scusa, guardate anche l'interno della vettura quando passa, un interno bellissimo con un cambio.
arriva un'altra Rolls-Royce, dobbiamo
Farina
ricordare
Cadillac,
che
or
il best of
Rolls-Royce,
class
when they say.
e poi quindi il best of
Extremely exuberant American interpretation with the Brewster body town car. Now something equally unusual. Peter, a very faithful supporter of the Concorso, and Peter always here this year. It's a car created by one, just a little bit further, that's perfect, thank you. Ettore Arco Isidoro, his son Jean, Gianroberto is his real name, had a large hand in the design. We have a passenger who is 3 weeks old.
must be comfortable, Simon.
Grazie. Please, a little bit further. Not only the car of mistresses, also it was towed to a local garage, and there it was hidden for the duration. Distinguish sometimes between one and the other, which the jury frequently say makes their job very, very difficult. But all these were extremely rare, and in many cases, this year we're delighted that they've chosen to bring a Concorso d'Elegance. La vettura ha vinto tra l'altro il Gran Premio dell'Onore. Vettura wonderfully restored. Look even at the 1942 tax disc on the way. Bertoni to a Mario Ravelli de Beaumont design. To enjoy the weather, cars built before the war. Then later on, the car was sold to the Alfa Romeo. Now that, grazie Mauro, that in England, and in fact, in England, this car was bought, of all people, by a chimney sweep in luna di miele, e sua moglie tanti anni dopo ha detto non ci siamo divertiti tanto perché tutti I soldi che avevamo li spendevamo su. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the car that won Best of Show at last year's Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. It's brought here today by Jim Patterson, driven by Donny Gould. Phantom 2 Continental. Livio Cossutti with his Barker body. Patrick Otis with his Alfa Romeo 8C Cabriolet. Patrick, good afternoon. By Bigoni usuale negli anni 30. La vettura venne data come company car, vettura. Congratulations. Look at the twin spares in the back. Hispano Suiza. Now there's era una vettura di origine svizzera. The original name of the car company, founded by Sir William Lyon.
Simon, you can drink a little bit, I think, when I am announcing the C-Class.
Cylinders, 2500 was the engine size. SS Super Sport, it's the most nice zero place. Alfa Romeo 6C 2500. Look at this. Could it possibly have a longer bonnet? Another Jacques Sauchik creation. Peter McCoy, all the way from Beverly Hills. I always wanted to say it became their biggest market. This particular car, it's not just a pretty face, car also it's cheaper and even including Carrera Panamericana. California, USA. I'm not sure whether it's Oxnard or Beverly Hills. It's almost common in comparison, 12 for the whole world, and this is the first of those 12 cars. Once again we have customers among passengers, among one Now this, which featured in the Brigitte Bardot film Et Dieu créa la femme, and if there was ever a car of the Dolce Vita, this is it. You gave us some unforgettable and beautiful times. You will always remain in our hearts. Congratulations to those that have looked after you ever since. We look forward to seeing you again one day.
This is the car that made Brigitte Bardot famous in a movie, this movie.
What car do you buy? This is what you buy. A Jaguar XK
Steve McQueen's
at 160
SS.
miles an hour in the
SS.
mid-90s. And now we're moving into another class. That's absolutely perfect. 2,000, if not 3,000 miles after the race rather than one. It's not the attributes of aerodynamics and lightweight. And here we are, Martin and Audrey Cruz, and we have a third, even a fourth, partita alle 5 e 6 del mattino. Great enthusiast and a man who knows a thing or two about small engines, exotic Italian. Racy pretensions, much more a road car. Look at that wonderful line. It's another Seata. Ermanno and Catherine Keller in the Alfa Romeo 1900 Zagato. And incidentally, this car still has, in 1926 by the Maserati brothers, and look at what he's brought to show us. A Ferrari 250 GT California Spider. And Jim Utaski is at the wheel of this one, all the way over from the... And here we have Mr. Lamborghini, just at the time that the American authorities, and America was our film company, and now back in Italy after a sojourn in the States. And now Class F, the birth of the supercar, and what could be more appropriate to open this class than one of the iconic cars of history. Questa è la prima E-Type che fu mai vista dal pubblico, la vettura che è servita ad introdurre. Please welcome the fixed head version. This is the 19 of these in the world. This one is driven by William Roccato. You might describe it as an English, one of the best looking cars that you're ever going to see here at Viechles at Alfa Romeo Strdele Tpye33, 2008, and it's here shared with you today at Viechles. Thank you very much. Let's hear it. Great stuff. I enjoy Alfa Romeo 33 Strada. You can't say it in Muppet. I think that sums it up, doesn't it? The Lamborghini Miura. Konstantin Ioannidis from Switzerland.
Jim Balboni, test driver for
the Lamborghini Miura. Lamborghini Miura, la vettura che ha creato il... And now another one-off in the Masters of Creativity class.
Alfa Romeo only has less than 1,000 kilometers on it.
It's not a car that has ever been... Thank you very much. E adesso è una vettura che noi abbiamo soprannominato la Maserati. Glass è la marca.
Glass. Glass.
As we said, presenting Holland cars.
This is the DAF.
Another one-off. This is the DAF 55 Siluro.
Citroen, enormous.
Now, I have to say, I love this car. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Enormously long.
That is definitely
Henry
a car
Chapron.
with presidential aspirations. And the glory. The racing car class. You can hear them before you can see them. And we're going to try and get this car, as I was
Bill
saying,
Spear
was hidden in a
is
suburban
delivered.
garage for almost 40 years before it was discovered.
Worked at Maserati for 60 years.
We're in the UK now. Peter Newmark and Jaguar E-Type lightweight.
It's starting to rain.
A number of years before it was sold.
The crowd is clearing.
Peter Newmark,
look at them go.
That collection and over.
Simon's taking air.
Jaguar E-Type Locker TZ2. Alfa Romeo TZ2. Devo dire questa è una delle mie vetture. It's sex appeal on four wheels.
Whilst the Americans,
On the original
congratulations,
GT40,
I'll let you get back
7-liter
into the car club
Sebring.
this evening. And what could be a bigger contrast? Stefan
Alfa Romeo.
Alessandro Carrara, ciao Alessandro. Dalla Toscana con amore.
75th anniversary of the BMW 328.
Last week, and I dare say.
All right, we're beginning the concept cars. Here's the Rolls-Royce hybrid.
Rolls-Royce molto particolare. A round of applause, please, for Mr. Peter Callagho. For your goals, what have you done?
Just practice at the back.
There's the Audi Quattro.
Oh, look at this. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break.
Come forward, don't be shy.
Leave it on. Maybe I'll just leave it on.
And now this, I believe, is what they call the big reveal. Can we have a ta-da? And here it is, the Infiniti Ethereal Coupe 2011.
Can't believe it. They actually had to cover it up again. I think it leaks because it's raining. It's all tidied up. There it goes. Oh, I can't believe it. There it goes. See ya.
Here's the Giugiaro Volkswagen.
Giugiaro, go! Exclamation mark.
This,
Dominic,
I got
ha
another one.
qualcosa per te. The Rim Speed.
Rin Speed with blue tires.
It's a beach wagon.
Thank you
Not
very
made
much.
for the
Rim
rain.
Speed Bamboo. Or the latter.
It's called the Bamboo. And it's
The Renault Desire. Now, let's make it quick. This is a labor of love, and it's not made for the rain. But it looks great in Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, that's what I call making it snappy.
Look at that
Renault
seat.
Desire.
love it.
Dominic.
Yeah, you can see the rain is coming down, but they still got one more car.
Aston Martin Zagato making its world premiere. Last by what? Almost last, but by no means least. Oh, what?
Well, after that rainstorm that closed out the concourse for Saturday, we're at RM for the big auction. And the cars are on display. Auction's ready to begin early evening. And of course the Talbot Lago doesn't have a drop of water on it. And the Bertoni car is open. Aletto with the Lamborghini engine transverse in the back. And contrasting at that. And by contrasting, I mean this Rolls-Royce. And this Talbot is just luscious. And then the body on this is a Fagonian Veloci too, just like the Talbot. Yeah, some pretty important cars. So outside the auction at Villa Erbe is this huge motorcycle collection for display. Unbelievable. Take a look at this one with the double rear wheel. Obviously an inline engine. Moto Guzzi race car, race motorcycle. Look at this. BMW. In the more contemporary period, Ducati. Fabulous variety. This is part of the Concorso's display on Sunday at Villa Erbe. And it is marvelous. Never seen so much variety in all my life. This motorcycles are such great areas of expression of engineering. I think it's one in the foreground. It's called a Mammoth. inline engine, double wheels in the back, sidecar. Well, BMW has a marvelous display here honoring the Mini. The Mini. Blow-ups of the original sketches of some of the BMW 2000 cars. '75th anniversary of the 328 BMW. Sunday morning. Yes, it's a little hard to get up in the morning. All right, here's the Zagato Aston Martin. Alfa Romeo sedan. That's the one with the curved glass window by Touring. Let me explain all this. It's a Sunday morning with the cars arriving at the Villa Erbe. Silently, this car arrives. This is the Renault hybrid. Now here's one of those embarrassing moments. The tires don't, or the wheels don't turn too sharp, so he had to take a second shot at turning here. And this is the new world, boy. Hybrid. Silent, dead silence. Garage. Found a squeezer. This is the Infinity hybrid that came with the cover yesterday. When the rain hit, again, it's not quiet. And here's the Audi Quattro, and then a Rolls Royce. An Alfa Romeo. Oh, so quiet. Strdele. Next car is that Pebble Beach winner. Delage. Alfa Romeo TZ. Seata. And Jaguar. Here's the Ferrari with the race car and the prototype with a carbon fiber body on it. He's not going to make this turn. Over there is the Ferrari 599 revision. Just like the old days. Look at this.
Missed it again. You got the Talbot coming. Here's this original condition Talbot. D-type Jaguar. Looks like behind it, Alfa Romeo. Don't miss the turn. And here is Alfa Romeo. Note the traffic going by the bicycles. That's the way it's been. This is that Pininfarina design Rolls Royce. Ooh. This is a Lincoln. Coming at you. Lincoln. It's an enormously long Citroen, very long, presidential, chaperon design. Type 57 Bugatti. Jaguar. I'm going to say it here. This Alfa Romeo yesterday in the rainstorm was awarded the People's Choice Award on Saturday. Bertoni Alfa Romeo. Seata. The DAF. Zagato Alfa Romeo. Rolls Royce. Again, Rolls Royce. Jaguar XKE celebrating the 50th anniversary this year. This is what happens on a Sunday morning in Italy. Why the traffic has been so hard to deal with. Now here's a combination of Talbot Lago and some T33 Alfa Romeo. Car here matches the plants. Here you go. And the Ferrari California. Looking good. This Rolls Royce is too wide for my wide angle. This is the Glass. Interesting car. There's a V8 engine in it. The rim speed. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Weird. Lamborghini Mira. Barth. Lodge. Rolls Royce. How quiet this one is. Just amazing. 356 Porsche. Showroom condition. The Arbarth. Ready to go. Look at the bicycle. The auction was last night. Many of the cars here are still stationed in the pavilion. And so we leave the auction cars for the show on Sunday here at Villa Erbe. We saw the motorcycles last night. And here's the rest of the buildings and complex at Villa Erbe. BMW display. An absolutely outstanding display of competition cars here. Pretty nice lineup. Impressive, to say the least. And when I say impressive, here is Villa Erbe, the building itself. And we are on the edge of Lake Como. When you speak of atmosphere, you get it here. Atmosphere everywhere. The Renault with the opposite swinging doors. From the interior to the exterior, this car is filled with interesting ideas. The opposite swinging doors and the works. To this shiny thing here, you know, I just have to go back. And when I mention the interior, it's just creative everywhere. These doors swing all in the same direction, at least. Now, this car is in the prototype category, and it is, but it also is actually racing and raced in the Nürburgring 6 hours here last weekend. So it's a pretty exciting car. And the BMW prototype. Super creative.
The driver's side is dry.
From the Villa Erbe building here is the scene. Concept cars in the foreground, the classic cars in the background, and the motorcycle exhibit is way off to the right. Looking northerly to the Alps, the Villa d'Este Hotel is in a bay just beyond there. And we are, as I said, at Villa Erbe, which is on Lake Como. But this building has been used in a number of movies. James Bond and Ocean's 12, I believe. Great setting. We're about ready to head to a design talk, just given by BMW here.
Great Italian filmmaker who you may know with his films The Leopard of 1963 or Death in Venice in 1971. I would like to ask you to turn your cell phones off. And now enough about the architecture. I would very much like to introduce
Really nice. Really nice. So quiet and reserved here in the morning. Is this the best or what? Yeah. Now look. Well, it spoke its own design language. Well, we're back of the Ren and they turned it off. Pretty rakish sound. Now we're listening to that great music, and we're going to look at an Alfa T33 here. V8. Yeah. Oh, what a place. Yeah, I know it's Concord elegance, but this is elegant, I think. Look at this little V8 tucked in there. Incredible. Can't help myself. Let the sound begin. I'm just bouncing around the park, getting little snippets of this and that. Snippets of this and that. Snippets of this and that. Yes. Now, how about the whole thing? Not to forget the lake. Now, this snippet includes that 8C Alfa Romeo, that two-tone paint. You remember this one. Here's the lady with the matching costume. Here's the other side of that Bugatti 57C. Now, this just ultimate color, beauty, everything. Now, this is the engine to that Fiat Abarth we've been watching go so fast around the place. Fantastic. You know that one? It's just remarkable. Engine and everything is completely behind the axle. 1912 Melbourne Ghost. And now let's have lunch. Lots of it. Wonderful the spread here of food. Just beautiful. And how about dessert? Remember last night? I was all alone in here. Well, now we're getting the Mini to the Mini. Look at this, the glorious sunshine. Sunday review is beginning.
La più anziana risale al 1933, la più moderna ai primi anni 70, più nella vecchia tradizione dei concorsi di eleganza di un tempo. Abbiamo anche 10 delle ultime concept car.
Reduction of the judges.
È stato per molti anni responsabile del design per la Renault, oggi anche lui indipendente, Lord Charles March. Silver Cloud 3 della metà degli anni 60 che apre la sfilata. L'ambiente particolare si chiamava Lord Monte, è stato uno dei pionieri più.
Pininfarina Rolls Royce. Next car is the 35 Lincoln. Now these cars are waiting to go through the review by the lake's edge. The whole family is here. Perfect setting. And this is so Italy. The families are out, everything is here. The atmosphere is perfect. A Sunday afternoon in the park. Now let's have a little bit of the cream of Italy right here. Ferrari. Terrible. I think they're going to put them in the shade, which is not a bad idea. This is the Lancia that was in the movie that Brigitte Bardot became a star. D-type Jaguar, one like Steve McQueen used to drive, Mr. Cool. And this is an Abarth, which is just plain cool. You know, sometimes you look at these cars, they're kind of, you know, squarish off, and you say, well, you know, where's the subtlety? Well, look at here. Look at this headlight treatment. Very unique. Speaking of headlight treatment, this is very unique as well. And speaking of subtleties, or subtleties, subtlety in headlight treatment. Back from the reviewing wars. Great effort, man. The lake is alive with boating activity on the weekend, along with the ferry boats, and a car show. And Lamborghinis in the sunshine. Hey, cool. Like I said, this is just like being in an Italian race car meeting of the 50s and 60s. Yeah. This is not a concourse, this is a race meeting.
Voleva fare una macchina per il commendatore all'inizio, non una macchina super sportiva.
Classe Simon, siamo nella classe.
You have won your class. Allora quest'anno
Gabriele Arno.
from the United Kingdom in the Jaguar E-Type Lightweight. Questa è una Jaguar e ho dito su una Jaguar.
Cosa ci racconti su questa vettura?
Notate anche
Concept cars.
allora,
Sono Ralph, sulla BMW 300.
allora, io sono qui con Karim Habib. Good afternoon. What have you got?
Well, this is a concept car that we did actually for this occasion, especially for this. You see the car in front of you, the 328, which is this year 75 years old. So we decided for a beautiful setting like the Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este to do this.
Che appunto rendesse omaggio alla 328 davanti a voi per la prima volta questo weekend. Many thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Non potevi sbagliare, ma va benissimo così.
Tutt'altra cosa. Albert abbiamo detto prima,
Un po' diversa da quella di prima.
sì, guardate. Alfa Romeo tipo
Bene, abbiamo una cosa interessante.
Strdele.
La vince il premio del pubblico qui a Villa Erba e che tra l'altro è prima di classe della sua categoria.
Guardate come questa vettura era concepita per essere pratica. Congratulations for as their favorite car.
Public's choice, boy.
Congratulations.
That is fabulous. That is mine.
Want to say a word in Italian?
Not really.
Okay, well thank the public for voting for your car.
Grazie molto a tutti i genti.
Salve, molto timido.
People's choice.
Tranne
Great
che
choice.
quando lo vedete al volante. Bravissimo, Clive Joy con l'Alfa Romeo 33 stradale, tra l'altro che era la prima vettura che aveva le portiere che si aprivano. L'Alfa Romeo 33 stradale!
Ecco, aspettiamo che parta, che
Great
lasci.
car. They're going to give the Public's Award for yesterday's car now.
Positivo per l'ambiente. Commodoro Villa d'Este verrà consegnato
Commodoro
qui
yesterday.
a questa vettura perché ieri non è stato possibile per via della pioggia e vince quest'Alfa Romeo con Corrado presto. Corrado Totto. E naturalmente premiano Jean-Marc Truller e Karl Bauer.
Corrado presto, complimenti.
Questa sera a Villa d'Este verrà assegnato.
What a great show. Sad to see it come to an end, but there's always next year.